Hi, my dear cuties. I am coming to disturb you people on this Sunday also because we had class yesterday. So I never send videos to you people up to evening attending class and again going and listening videos. It will be difficult. So today evening after your game, you can sit with your mobile and watch the video and please take your textbook also when you are listening the video and please open the devotional path to divine chapter 8 of our history. Please open it. So let me start. Ready? Okay. So we are going to see the lesson named Devotional Path to Divine. So since the 8th century, the legacy of various kinds of Bhakti and Sufi movements have evolved. So now from 8th century we can see the movement it is developing or the movement it is getting a new phase that we are calling it Bhakti movement. The idea of a supreme God, from where it is starting, like that things we are going to see. Before the existence of a large kingdom, different groups of people worshipped their own gods and goddesses. So each village, each area, each group of the people had their own gods and goddesses. When we are seeing about the tribal also we have seen more or less same condition it was before development of the large kingdoms. Large kingdoms of Indian kingdoms we can see it started in from the Mauryan dynasty, that is BCE 3rd century onwards or 2nd century onwards, and all we can see development of large dynasties or empire here in India. So before that what happened that we are seeing. So before the formation of the Vedas or in the time of formation of Veda what happened that we are seeing. Okay. The belief of a social privilege came as birth in a noble family or a high caste was the subject of many learned text. So some of the text it is saying like that some social privileges or they are those who are getting the birth by birth they are coming in a noble family or in a high caste family, they was getting some social privileges. That only we studied in the form of four varnas, Brahmin, Kshatriya, like that things. Many people were easy with such ideas and turned to the teaching of Buddha or Jains. So some people they were felt like that uneasy, these social divisions and other things, sacrifices of the society, all these things are not at all needed. So Sri Buddha came with some ideology, Mahavira came with some ideology, or both of them tried to reform the religion or the beliefs of the people of that time. It formed as a different religion later that we are calling it Buddhism and Jainism. So Buddhism and Jainism ideology, some people got more influence and that people started to preach about it or teach about it. Others felt attracted to idea of supreme God who would deliver human from such bondage if approached with devotion. So another one group of people they are coming and they are saying like that if we are having a bond with God, if we are having that much love to God, respect to God, then God will deliver us or God will help us to overcome all the problems of this world. That is coming with devotion or that Hindi word what we are using bhakti. So love and care or love and respect in it is showing in the form of devotion. Gods and goddesses worshipped in different areas came to be identified with Shiva, Vishnu, and Durga. So started to call like give three different names or three major gods like that way: Shiva, Vishnu, or Durga. Then the idea of bhakti became so popular that even Buddhists and Jainas adopted these beliefs. So the bhakti movement not only it was prominent those who are believing in this varna system and all, other than that other groups like Buddhist and Jains also got the influence of bhakti movement. A new kind of bhakti in South India, Nayanars and Alvars. So two groups we can see in South India. That is one group they are devotees of Mahashiva and another group that is devotees of Mahavishnu. The 7th to 9th centuries, so the emergence of new religious movements led by Nayanars, that is the saints devoted to Shiva, and Alvars, that is saints devoted to Mahavishnu. So in both group, according to the theories of this one, we can see some people there was devotee of Mahashiva, some people there was devotees of Mahavishnu or Sri Vishnu, and each group had some leaders or the saints, those who was believing in that one, those who was following all these things. Nayanas and Alvars went from place to place composing exquisite poems in praise of deities. So there was the saints, how they was moving, or the group of these devotees or bhakti movement group, what they was doing, they were going from one place to another place, and they was composing poems that to praise the god of their group. It may be Mahashiva or Mahavishnu. So we can see now also in the name of God we are moving from place to place, maybe going as a pilgrim to Tirupati or going to Sabarimala or some other temple like that we can see this is started in 8th century or 9th century and all. Between 10th and 12th centuries, Chola and Pandya kings built elaborate temples, strengthening the link between the Bhakti tradition and temple worship. That we have seen the structures made by our kings. We discussed about Tanjavur temple and all. So the kings, that is from 10th to 12th century, they was making like that big temples or elaborate temples with maximum decoration and all, that to make a link between the Bhakti tradition as well as the temple tradition. Then philosophy and the Bhakti, what is it is saying? Shankara or Sri Shankaracharya, we are calling like that way. Sri Shankaracharya, born in Kerala, one of the most influential philosopher of India, advocated Advaita or the doctrine of oneness of individual soul and supreme soul. So here we want to think about the thing what we studied in 6th standard. Atman and Brahman. The Atman means my individual soul. The Brahman means the universal soul. So that was the theory in starting when we are reading about Vedas and all. We can see that one. It was different. Universal soul is different and my soul is different. So we believe the rebirth theory and all. But Sri Shankaracharya is saying with his doctrine like that, Advaita, the individual soul or the Atman and the Brahman, the universal soul, that is one only. There is no difference in that. So when we are studying about Sri Shankaracharya's theories and all, we can see that one. We are like a fish in the water. Inside the fish, there is water. Outside the fish, it is water. It is living in the water or immersed with water. We are also immersed with God, like that Shankaracharya is saying. Then Ramanuja, born in Tamil Nadu in 11th century, was deeply influenced by Alvars. So Alvars was the believers of Mahavishnu. Described best mean of attaining salvation was through intense devotion to Mahavishnu. So Alvars was the prominently they was believing in Mahavishnu. So Ramanuja got the influence of Alvars, and he also saying like that that is the very easy to reach to God through devotion to Mahavishnu. And when we are looking to Tamil Nadu or Kerala, like this, some of the South Indian states, we can see we are getting, I'm not saying like that there is no Mahashiva like the temples we are having, but we are calling Sri Muruga or Sri Krishna. These are some of the avatars of Mahavishnu. You might have heard about the avatars or the birth of Vishnu, or whenever there was some problems in the society and how they came and solved the problems like that way. Then we are moving to Karnataka and we can see Basavanna's Veerashaivism. Veerashaiva movement initiated by Basavanna and his companions like Allama Prabhu and Akama Devi. So some of the people they are coming, it is from Karnataka, Basavanna, and his theory's name it is Veerashaivism. This movement began to Karnataka in the mid of the 12th century. Then the Veerashaivas argued strongly for the equality of all human beings and against the Brahmanical ideas about the caste and the treatment of the women. So according to the epics or Puranas we can see, or even the caste system what we made, in that we can see up and downs in the society. So Veerashaiva, what they are saying like that, all people want to get equality in the society. There should not be like that up and low caste. Then they are saying like that the against the Brahmanical ideas, what we are saying like the Varna system or caste system, and as well as they were saying like that in Puranas we can see ladies are not free or they should not come out of the house like that way. Against that one they were standing. Then saints of Maharashtra. From the 13th to 17th century, Maharashtra saw a great number of saint poets such as Jnaneshwar, Namdev, Eknath, Tukaram, as well as women like Sukhubai and the family of the Chokamela, and who belong to untouchable Mahar caste. So we can see the development of the saint poets in Maharashtra from 13th century to 17th century. So some of the names we can see: Jnaneshwar, Namdev, Eknath, Tukaram. So if you are going to Maharashtra, we can see people they are visiting or they are going to different areas like a pilgrim in some different seasons to Eknath temple or Jnaneshwar temple, Namdev temple and all. And even in that we can see presence of ladies also. One lady, she is from untouchable caste, she also was a bhakti poet. These saints poets reject all forms of ritualism. They are saying like that no need of any type of rituals. The general rituals what we are doing, it is not at all needed, like that they were saying. Then next one, it is Nathpatis, Siddhas and Yogis. A number of religious groups that emerged during this period criticized the rituals and other aspects of conventional religion and the social order. Whenever we can see in any country or any religion or any idea, when it is developing, at the same time there will be a critic group who is criticizing the things. So in Hindu religion, what we are calling present Hinduism like that, or Hindu religion, in that many rituals was there, and it was having some conventional aspects also, or social order of the Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra and all these things was that was the thing what was existing in the society. So a number of people, they are a group of people, it is emerging, and they started to criticize. If we are looking now, we can see we are criticizing our state government or central government when they are adopting some of the policies, or when they are not following some of the things like that way, they also was criticizing. So as a individual of democratic country, we are having the right to say our opinion or criticize things. These were, one of the group was Nathpadis, and another one was Siddhacharyas, another one was Yogis. To them, the path of salvation lay in meditation on the formless ultimate reality and the realization of oneness with it. So, Shankaracharya said that God is there in me, or I am there in God. We are one. So, Advaita. So, Nathpadis and Yogis, what they are saying, through meditation, what we want to do, we want to get salvation or redemption through meditation, and meditation on what? The formless ultimate reality. There is no particular what we can say form. It is not in the form of water, it is not in the form of fire, it is not in the form of human being, it is not in the form of animal. Formless reality and the realization of oneself with oneness within it. So God is there in us. I am living in God, or I am immersed in God. God indwelling me. So that reality we want to understand through meditation. That was the group of the people who said like that, Nathpadis, Siddhas and Yogis. Ultimately, all groups what we have seen, all are saying like that, no need of any social order in the society, no need of this Varna system in the society, no need to do any sacrifice or any ritual. We should find out our own path to reach to God. So you can dance to reach to God, you can sing to reach to God, you can draw pictures to reach to God, you can study well and you can become scientist, you can reach to God. So you want to find out your path. Then Islam and Sufism. Sufis were Muslim mystics who rejected outward religiosity and emphasized love and devotion to God and compassion towards our fellow being. So Sufism, or in Islam religion also we can see many rituals are there. So these Sufis, they are coming like that. They are also standing as a critic against the Muslim religion, what they had the religiosity through outward expression of the religion. Instead of that, what they are saying like that, we want to give love and devotion to God. That love and devotion to God want to be come out from us through in the form of compassion towards the fellow human being. In the 8th and 9th centuries, religious scholars developed different aspects of holy law, that is Shariat, and the theology of Islam. So the holy book of the Muslim, that is Quran, and in 8th and 9th century they are forming or developing the holy law, that we are calling it Shariat. So in starting of Islam religion there was no Shariat for them. Okay, there was only one holy book, that is Quran, and the theology of Islam also developing in 8th and 9th century. The Sufis often rejected the elaborate rituals and codes of behavior demanded by the Muslim religious scholars. So Muslim scholars, what all things they said like that, the different rituals, that also procedures of rituals and all things that Sufis are rejecting. At the same time, code of behavior, they said like that some of the code of behavior, if you are studying about the Shariat, we can see that one, Muslims should not watch movies or drama like that, they should not act in that one, they should not drink alcohol, they should not use tobacco, like that many things are there. But in the society, is it happening now? No. Any one of the religion is away from this? No. All the religious groups, they are, what all things they are saying like this is the good thing, like this we want to behave. We are many times we ourselves are behaving in a opposite way. No need to think about the religious behavioral code and all. When your mother or father is calling, please come here, what we will do? No, after some time, now I am studying. Or when mama is saying some work, please help me to clean this one or to cut the vegetable, what we will say, I want to complete my worksheet. This is the thing what is happening, same way. Then the Sufis often rejected the elaborated rituals and code of behavior demanded by the Muslim religious scholars. A large number of Sufis from Central Asia settled in Hindustan from 11th century onwards. So Sufis, those who are got the influence of this Bhakti movement, which is started here in India, that they came from other Asian countries to our area. They came from the Central Asia and settled here in Hindustan. That Hindustan means present Pakistan and India together, like that way we can say Indian subcontinent. So they came and settled here from 11th century. The Sufi masters held their assemblies in their khanqahs or the hospice. So the Sufis, they are living in a particular place, what we are having monasteries like that way. So they are conducting their assembly or they are teaching to the people in that area. Then the new religious development in North India. So all these things happened in the society. At the same time, last lesson and all we have seen jadis and subjadis or castes, subcaste, it is forming like this. One side it is developing, one side people are saying like that, no need of any casteism, no need of any rituals and all. So what was the condition of South India, North India? Let us see. The period after the 13th century saw a new wave of Bhakti movement in North India. People, especially craft person, peasant, traders, laborers, thronged to listen these new saints and spread their ideas. Up to now we have seen up to Maharashtra. We have seen about one of the person from Kerala, one group of people, especially Ramanuja from Tamil Nadu. Then we have seen about the people of Veerashaivism, Basavanna from Karnataka. Then we have seen the saints of Maharashtra. Now we are moving to North India. So in North India also they got the influence of that one. Then next one, some of them like Kabir and Baba Guru Nanak rejected all orthodox religion. In that one, some of the famous personalities, one is Kabir Das, another one is Baba Guru Nanak. Others like Tulasidas, Sudas accepted existing beliefs and practice but wanted to make these are accessible to all. So we can see the Tulasidas as well as Surdas or Kabir Das, they are the poets. They written about God and how we can reach to God and only thing difference, Kabir Das what he was saying, he is saying like that no need of any rituals, any casteism and all. Tulasidas and Surdas, they are saying like that what is there in the society they are ready to accept, but it should get to all people, not to some group of people. It is not only meant for Brahmins, it is not only meant for Kshatriya. It should get reach to all people. All should get the equal chance to participate. This tradition also include the saints like Danu Dayal, Ravi Das, Mirabai and all. A unique feature of the most of the saints of their works were composed in regional languages and could be sung. So all the poets, Kabir Das or Mirabai or Tulasi Das, everyone if you are looking we can see they are made many poetries and that is in regional language of that area. In Tamil Nadu itself, if you are looking, Madurai Tamil it is little bit different. Karur Tamil is little bit different. Like that differences we can see. So from where they are coming or where they are living or to where they are going as a pilgrimage, they are writing poetries according to that particular area language. So in mother tongue itself we are having the variation, same way we can see regional languages. So that anybody can sing like that way only they compose the poetries. So we are going to see about Kabir. Kabir, who probably lived in 15th to 16th century, was one of the most influential saint. His lifetime from 15th to 16th century. He composed vast collections of verses called Sakis and Paths, which was sung by wandering bhajan singers. So in that time we can see the wandering bhajan singers, they are moving like pilgrims, they are moving from one place to another place and they were singing some bhajans. Now also if you are going to Varanasi area and all, we can see like there some wandering saints or sannyasis, they are sitting and singing bhajans in early morning or in full night time and all. So he also composed like that vast collection of the verses called Sakis and Pads, and we are calling it Doha like it is written in two lines like that way. His teaching openly ridiculous to all forms of external worship. So he is totally against the external worship and all. The next it is a closer look to Baba Guru Nanak. Baba Guru Nanak 1469 to 1539, born at Talwadi and travelled widely before establishing a center at Kartarpur. So he born in Talwadi and he was travelling from, he also was wandering like Ashoka or Mahavira to get the wisdom. Before his death 1539, Baba Guru Nanak appointed one of his followers as his successor known as Guru Angad. So when he made his theories or the some rules and regulations to live in the how to live and all according to his theology or his ideology, that before his death he appointed new successor who want to look after these things. Guru Angad completed the composition of Baba Guru Nanak and a new script known as the Gurmukhi. So Guru Angad, what he is doing, what all things taught by Guru Nanak, he started to write it down and he added some new script that and it is known as altogether it is known as Gurumukhi. A number of Baba Guru Nanak's followers increased through the 16th century under his successor. And with the help of Angad, we can see the development of this group of people. By beginning of the 17th century, the town of the Ramdaspur, Amritsar, has developed around the central Gurudwara called Harmadar Sahib Golden Temple. Now we are calling as Golden Temple. So the group of people, they kept or slowly it is developed and this Golden Temple area or Amritsar, that area developed at the center of this Guru Nanak followers. The Sikh movement began to get politicized in 17th century. So up to that time, from 13th century to 17th century, it was standing as a small group as a part of religion. Then slowly they are trying to get the power in politics also. Guru Nanak emphasized the importance of worship of one God. So Guru Nanak also coming with monotheism. Already we discussed in the class, monotheism means single God. He insisted that caste, creed or gender was irrelevant for attaining liberation. If you want to reach to God, no need to think about you are from which caste, you are believing which way or which gender you are. That's not a matter like that. Oh, so when we are studying about constitution, we are also saying like that all are equal before law, irrespective of color, caste, creed, and sex, and like that way. So these theories we can see developed in the time of Guru Nanak or even before like that way. By that we are completing the lesson. Very sorry for disturbing you people. Thank you. Have a nice day.